Hello and welcome to Simone Solwin's YouTube channel. I'm Simone Tilley and today we are doing the part 2 of the 4-part video series. The first video, part 1, was on energies and quantum frequencies of the human body. One thing I did forget to mention was that it is really important to be clear on your intent. And your intent is really important when working with frequencies and energies as to what you're trying to achieve when you're working with it. This video that we're doing now is on auras and the kundalini, the 12 chakra system and beyond. So we did a basic overview in the last video of the quantum frequencies and energies, as I said. But this one we're going to talk a little bit more about the quantum frequencies and how they work with auras and the kundalini, how the auras work, how kundalini works. The auras are basically electromagnetic fields around the body. They can be seen and measured with scientific instruments. They've got instruments that they can measure things. You can also have an aura photo done. I had it done 8 years in a row, once a year, at the Conscious Living Expo that we had in Perth. I don't know where I put them, but you could see in each photo, depending on where I was at spiritually, mentally, emotionally, the changes in the colours of my aura. And I could also see eventually that the layers of the aura were starting to blend. They weren't so delineated, they were blending. And I also, the year I started working with frequency, you can see the band of gold frequency in the aura photo. I wish I had it to show you because it was like, wow, you can see it. Let's see, also in your aura, when you have the photos done, you can also see not just the colors, but you can see orbs, shapes, animals, and sometimes your own guides will appear in the actual aura photo. People generally see 7 auras, or they work with 7 auras. This is what I feel is in the old energy still. Because like I said, my aura photos are showing that the auras are blending more, they're not so delineated. But we're talking now about like an introduction to auras so that you understand it and what some of the levels do, and then how it blends to become a whole unit. Yes, I've only got 4 layers on this picture, but there are 7. So these are the levels. Traditionally, there are, like I said, 7 levels: physical, astral, mental, Buddhic, atmic, monadic, and divine. And each, like with these chakras, you can work with each individually on different levels. They can help with things like addiction and different mental, emotional issues as well. I find the more I work with them, the more I'm finding that people's auras are blending like mine. I don't work with them individually anymore, but I work with them as a unit. So you find, so even though we're trained to work with the layers, it doesn't stay there. You'll pick up bits from the other ones that help feed into it and work together with each other. Frequency can be used to protect your aura. It becomes a shield around the outside layer. You can use it to expand your aura, raise your vibration, and much more. Frequency and auras are part of your being. They are unique and individual to you. Again, it's like different TV channels or different radio stations. Each is unique to you, and nobody can interfere with that unless you allow them, or if you've been, sometimes if you take certain medications, it can interfere with your auras and your chakras and allow negativity to come in. In my first video, I spoke about how chakras feed the universal energy into the body. And how do you think the chakras receive this energy? Well, they receive it via the kundalini. The kundalini is made of the sushumna, which is up the middle, that goes through all the chakras. The ida, which is the feminine, to the left, and the pingala, which is the masculine, to the right. They snake around the chakras and help the chakras to move. And the sushumna connects them all so that the chakras speak to each other clearly. I'm going to show you a picture of, there it is. So this is the 7 chakra system. And you can see how they snake around. The ida and pingala, and the sushumna goes up the middle. So basically the universal energy comes in via the nadis through the kundalini and into the chakras, which feed the nerve plexuses, the autonomic nervous system, the central nervous system, the hypothalamus, the endocrine system, the blood, and the organs. And that's how, very simplistic structurally written up, but it explains it really well. So while it's doing that, simultaneously, energy is also coming into the body via the meridians, into the body organs, nerves, blood, etc. So, you know, it comes in through the chakras, through the kundalini, and through the skin. When we look at our chakras from a physiological viewpoint, you will notice that each chakra is directly over a nerve plexus. We touched on this in the last video. So when you overlay a chart of your nerve plexuses of the body with a chart of the chakras, you'll find there's a perfect match. And I want to show you what I mean. This is the diagram of the 7 chakra system, and you can see the nerve plexuses that feed each of the chakras. Fascinating. Even tells you the names of the nerve plexuses. And you have chakras in your joints. You have chakras in the palms of your hand. You have chakras in your feet, on the bottom of your feet. You've got chakras to every organ in your body. Wherever there's a nerve plexus, there's a chakra. Most of them are minor chakras, like the ones in joints, organs, hands, feet. But the ones people work with the most are the 7 major chakras, which are the base, the sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. Humanity, this is going to make you think, because not very many people realize this, but humanity should currently be working with 35 chakras. Makes you stop and think. Ray Chandran indicated 2 years ago that we should be working with 33 chakras, but my spiritual team assure me that we should now be working with 35 chakras, especially since humanity is waking up at such a fast pace, like at such a massive rate. The effects of only working with 7 chakras are that the chakras feel blocked, the energy feels blocked, it doesn't flow through the body as well, headaches, feeling tired all the time, illnesses including chronic illnesses, digestive disorders, limiting belief systems, limiting effectiveness of spiritual and or healing work on yourself. So you find that working with just the 7 chakra system, treatments and therapies you used to have for years and years and years have always worked, and all of a sudden they're just not quite as effective. But if you work with more than the 7 chakras, you're actually freeing up their energy. You're allowing them to expand and to breathe, effectively unblocking them and changing how they're used and how they affect your life. And that's what we're going to talk about in part 3 of our 4-part video series. I look forward to seeing you then. If you have any questions, please contact me on simonesoulwings@gmail.com or go to my Simone Soulwings Facebook page and leave a private message for me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. That is a very brief overview of the kundalinis and the auras and the chakra systems. There is so much information out there. Do your own research if you wish to know more about that. But I'll try and answer any questions that you may have. I will see you in part 4 when we look at the 12 chakra system and beyond. See you then. Bye.